Hello students. So today we are going to study the first lesson of your class 11th English, and I'm going to start with this very small poem called A Photograph, written by Shirley Tolson. Shirley Tolson was born on 20th May 1924 in England, and she was a prolific writer, editor, and she came under the influence of Celtic Christianity. Celtic means a group of ethnic people who are living in the British Isles, Scotland, Wales, Brittany, and all these places. It is different than the Roman Catholic Church. So Tolson in poem Photograph, she describes the emotions which she felt as she remembered the story behind the picture which was taken of her mother and what it means to her. So let us read the text. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. Actually, in the beginning, the poetess is looking at the picture of her mother when she was very small, somewhere around 12 years, and her mother in the picture was taken when her mother had gone for a seaside picnic along with two cousins of her, Betty and Dolly. And in that picture, the mother of the poet is standing along with both her cousins, and both the cousins are holding one hand each of poet's mother. And the poet's mother was elder than both of them. She was around 12 years old. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. A sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born, and the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. In the second stanza, the poetess is telling that all three of them were standing in the picture. Actually, when the picture was being taken by the uncle, at that time all three of them were standing still to give the pose, smiling. And the poetess called her mother's face sweet. And this was the time this picture was taken when the poetess was not even born. When the poetess was not born, it was when the poetess, the mother of the poet, was a child. And the poetess tells that the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. The poet here tries to tell that how transient human life is, temporary. Transient means not permanent, temporary. And the sea, it is permanent, it is not changed. But the poet's mother, she is no more. The human life, it is very transient, gone. But the sea, it has changed, it has not changed. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at this snapshot. See Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter. Both thrive with the labored ease of loss. And now we come to the second stage of life, when the poet's mother is a grown-up lady, and after 20 or 30 years when the photograph was taken, she would laugh at that photo and she would say to the poet, see Betty and Dolly, both the cousins of her, and look how they dressed us for the beach. This sea holiday, it was the past of poet's mother. And for the poet, it is the laughter of her mother, which is her past, because her mother is no more. Thrive with the labored ease of loss. Here it means that both of them, the poet as well as her mother, they are disappointed with the loss. The poet's mother is disappointed at the loss of her childhood days, and the poet is disappointed at the loss of her mother. And here the labored ease, it is an oxymoron where two opposites are put together. It just simply tells us that the losses of both poet as well as poet's mother, they were very difficult for them, but at the same time they had such finality in them that they both had to accept them. Therefore They both are disappointed with the labored age of loss. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. Means it is 12 years now since the poet's mother is dead. And of this circumstance, there is nothing to say at all. And the poet finds herself unable to say anything of this situation. She is utterly speechless, and its silence silences. It's the silence of her mother's death that silences the poet. Let us see some of the main ideas of this poem. The central idea: death can numb you and leave you at a loss of words. As like the poetess, she finds herself speechless at the death of her mother. The finality of death and the loss cannot be expressed in words. Death is certain, and the loss of any dear one's death cannot be expressed in words. Death can silence you and leave you speechless. Its silence silences. Means the silence of death silences the living. The silence of the death of her mother had silenced the poet. The mother missed her past and found it amusing, and the daughter missed her past with her mother, the time she spent with her mother when she was alive, and she felt sad because she is missing her mother. The word transient feat has a special significance. The feet, they are now transient, temporary. Human life is as compared to nature. The natural things, they are permanent. The nature is permanent. If not permanent, then at least they don't change as quickly as like the human life. The human life is very transient and fragile. The poet realizes that she has lost her mother, and so that labored ease of loss sets in. Labored ease of loss because it is difficult for her to forget her mother and put it behind. It is very difficult for her to forget her mother and put behind her past and move on. And it is easy also because the pain of the loss is reduced with time. Time acts as a healer and the daughter moves on. So even though she has not really forgotten her mother, but then she is not even in as great a pain now as she was when her mother had died. So now let us come to the summary of the poem. The poet recalls the memory of her late mother, gazing at the frame where the photograph of her mother along with the cousins Betty and Dolly when they were in their pre-teens. The photo refers to one of their visits to the sea beach. At that time, the mother's face had the sweetness of a young girl. Transient feat refers to the transience of life. Means the life is very transient, not long lasting, and changes very quickly or finishes very quickly. She recalls how mom had looked at the photo 20 or 30 years later and laughed at the attires, the dress that she and her cousins were wearing. The sea holiday was a thing of past for her. Her smiling face had become a thing of the past for the poet, just as the mother's childhood had been for her. Both of them now move on despite the losses. Now she has been dead for about 12 years, and the void, the hollowness in the life of the poet is the silence or gloom that she feels.